two reasons I can think of. It's far easier to pick up a dog poop than a horse poop, and carnivore, omnivore poop tends to be far more likely to carry disease than herbivore poop. Still gross, though, which is probably why, in heavily trafficked areas like towns, whenever I see a horse they're wearing what looks like a giant leather diaper. Also much less horseshit on the roads than dogshit. If everyone in suburbs started keeping horses and roads started getting full of horseshit, then I am sure there would be new laws about it. Besides the logistical difficulty in picking up horse poop, there's two reasons really. One is that horse poop breaks down really quickly since it's just plant matter. Dog poop takes over a year to break down and sometimes up to 2 years. Second is that horse poop turns to fertilizer. Dog poop, on the other hand, is a nasty pollutant. It increases the E. coli levels in natural waterways, and harbors and spreads disease. Some of those diseases, mostly the different canine worm varieties, can work their way into human organs like the liver, brain, and eyes, and do permanent damage, i.e. permanent vision loss. Sometimes they need surgery to cure them. Leaving dog poop around also infects wild animal species as well. It's why there are several BC parks that outright ban dogs from visiting. This is the most correct answer I've seen. On top of this, horse trails are pretty much always designated as being okay for horses. Which to a degree is saying, yay, we know there will be horse poop, it's fine. And in places where horses are allowed but horse poop is not fine, i.e., beaches, cities, you'll see most horses have poop bags, which is just a pouch that's tied under their tail that catches poops. And while all your poop facts are right, may have gone a bit deep. More simply put, herbivores' poop isn't greasy if the nutrition is normal. Grease from eating animal fats is a natural barrier to the poo drying up. Greasy poo equals shit on your shoe. Step on a day-old dried-up horse poop and it's just gonna pulverize into dust and plant matter. Also, it's easy to see to avoid until then. Growing up with both. Horse crap is made up of plant matter and decomposes into the environment within days. Dog poo not so much. Also, horse crap is easily seen and avoided. I've seen dog poop just turn into a rock-hard slab for years. IDK how? Dog shit is way nastier than horse shit. This should have been my TL.dr. Whether it's okay or not in opinion, but here's a few reasons people might see it as fine. 1. Dog poop is more toxic, smelly, and gross. Horse poop is mostly grass. 2. Horse poop is huge. It's hard to think of a way they could scoop it all up and bring it with them. 3. Horses are uncommon, so it's less of an issue for the occasional accident. 4. Horses are most commonly found on horse trails which are made for them, so you should kind of expect horse shit. 5. Getting off a horse to scoop up after it is a lot more effort than bending down. 6. Dogs make it obvious when they're pooping, horses don't. In cities, I've often seen horses pulling carriages with a sort of bucket stripped to their backs to collect their shit. You can't ride with a manure fork. If my horse poops on the trail, I get off and kick it aside with my boot, though. Horse poo is just grass and is literally used as fertilizer for growing food. Dogs eat meat. Horse, as well as cow or sheep, manure is commonly added to garden compost to improve the soil composition. It is mostly just digested grass and quickly loses its smell as it dries out, unlike dog poop. The two are nothing alike. As kids on a farm, we often collected bagfuls of dried cow manure from the paddocks by hand, for the garden. No way would anyone want to be picking up dog poop, dried or not, with their bare hands. It's also not unusual to see bags of manure for sale by the roadside. Interestingly, we traditionally referred to the feces of grass-eating animals as manure, i.e. potential fertilizer, while that of carnivores and birds as poop, because the difference in smell and composition was obvious. I suspect it is mainly city dwellers who lump them in the same category. The more urbanized our society has become, the more common it is to hear manure referred to as poo or poop, which always sounds weird to me. It's gross, but dog, cat, human excrement is far grosser. Horses eat mostly grass and hay, and have very short intestines relative to their body. Horse poop is mostly undigested grass. Still gross, but a little less? Maybe? Feel free to downvote. Gonna jump on this bandwagon and ask, why do dog walkers insist on bagging their dog's poop and then either hanging it on a tree or dumping it on the path? In the bag? It drives me insane. Luckily my dog only likes to roll in fox poo, not horse poo. But I do get the annoyance. Sometimes I have seen horse and carriages with poop collection bags, but not singular horses out on the track. I suppose it's because it's seen as natural? I dunno. Edit. In terms of dog poo, I'm talking about experience of my local park. It's a semi-wild park with a few big fields. It's super popular with locals. There is a poo bin at the top and bottom of every field. But full poo bags still end up decorating trees and bushes and strewn across some of the walking paths. It just boggles the mind. Sometimes they're leaving on the way in to pick up on the way back, so they don't have to carry it the whole time. I learned this when a nice man on a path said hello and asked why I was picking up his dog of bag poo and cursing under my breath. Lots of bad answers here. I am trained as a leave no trace master educator, and this question gets asked here and there. It mostly has to do with their diet. Horses eat hay primarily. Their poo doesn't spread any harmful effects and erodes into the environment relatively quickly. Dog food is heavy in preservatives, so not only does dog's poop often spread diseases, but it also takes a long time to decompose. Completely unrelated question, but how do you feel about rock stacking? Horse shit equals fertilizer, dog shit equals disease. Horse poop disintegrates in the rain. Dog shit can survive the apocalypse. Okay, horse owner here. Horses tend to poop and walk, poop and stand, and they poop quite frequently throughout the day. Most of the time, when a horse is being ridden, they will poop and continue forward and the rider is generally oblivious. Sometimes not, but usually. When a rider and horse are on a street, and the horse poops, it is very difficult to dismount to clean it up safely. Not all horses will willingly wear a diaper, but will still be street safe. So to have a rider dismount, hold their horse, clean up poop in the middle of the street while cars are coming still is very dangerous. Not all drivers drive slow around horses. With all that being said, horse poop versus dog poop is like apples and oranges lol. Dog poop has more zoonotic issues, parasitic illnesses that are transferred from an animal to a human. Most horse issues are horse to horse, not human to human. Dog poop is not often used as a fertilizer like horse poop is because of the pH balance. People pay me for my horse poop, so around here, with the exception of a handful of people on our road, when horses ride by and poop, people get excited and sweep it into the grass or compost for their gardens. While all poop is gross, horse poop is beneficial. Dog poop isn't. Hope this helps. Great answer, thank you. Dog poop is invasive and can pollute the environment, get into waterways, germinate local plant life, etc. Horse poop is just a bunch of plant material and is not dangerous to the local ecosystem. I didn't realize how dangerous dog poop can actually be. I just cleaned it up to be polite. My friend had a neighbor lose one of his eyes as a young child due to worms picked up by dog poop. People are really bad about it here, so people are trying to raise public awareness. But unfortunately I don't think it will work without being put together with some sort of DNA registration system or some heavy-handed enforcement, because the worst offenders let their dogs out unsupervised so they can, I don't know, pretend it doesn't happen? I'd assume it is because of the size of horse feces. With dog poop you can simply put it in a small bag. To collect horse poop you would need to take a spade and a large bag with you every time you rode your horse. I can't imagine there would be much space for these items on the horse. Giant poop backpacks. Coming soon on Shark Tank. I've always wondered about the Mennonites, Amish communities. Do they clean up the piles of horse dung they leave on the roads? I was there recently. It's all over the roads. Watched horses just go and keep on walking. I don't know if someone comes to clean it at night. I assume so, but so much of the rest of the state was full of litter that I wonder if they bother at all. Because they have to get off their high horse. Yeah. When a horse does it, everything is okay. But when I shit on a trail one day, I go to jail. Life isn't fair. Quite simply because one is a fertilizer and causes no environmental or health issues whilst the other one poisons the land and harbors diseases, many causing horrible health issues especially with children. Toxoplasmosis says hi. Toxoplasmosis is more common in cat waste, and people let cats out to roam and poo everywhere though. I'm not saying it's okay, but it does seem odd how society is especially anti-dog poo, but okay with other poo. Dog feces can cause serious diseases, parasites in humans. Horse feces won't. Ironically though, horse feces can sometimes be bad for dogs because of worming medicine. You aren't supposed to eat either of them. I don't know, but that's horseshit. Depends when and where. A lot of times, if your horse is outed as the pooper, it's on the owner to not be a dick and clean it up. Toronto police have horse poop discussion. https://toronto.ctvnews.ca/mobile/who-cleans-up-when-toronto-police-horse-1.19934338. I agree with a lot of points people are making, but hear me out. What if horse riders just carried a half-sized shovel or something on the saddle so they could, at the very least, move the pile to the side? I'd see if they leave it there, but just get it out of the way. Also, I think the other problem is horses usually walk and shit, so the rider may not even know if they're talking with a friend or listening to some music. I was a NY State Park ranger for 15 years. We were told that it's a throwback to the wild dog pack days where dogs killed livestock and dog shit carried diseases to pack animals like goats, sheep, pigs and flocks of chicken or geese. Gross thugs. Former horse and dog owner here. Unless you have a mounting block or are skilled with stirrups, getting on and off a horse is not as easy as it looks. There's also really no way to pick it up, as there are no bags sufficient enough for the size and amount. You need a pitchfork to pick it up, and a bin to dispose of it somewhere. Also, not sure if this is higher on the list or not, but dog poop also smells much worse. That being said, I live in Toronto with RCMP around and smelling horseshit when it rains and having it run down the street is also less than pleasant. An actual park ranger told me the reason being dogs are predators. Their scent left behind can disrupt native predators. Dogs are not allowed on trails within the boundaries of that park. My wife and I had to drive outside to enjoy hiking.